everyone, and welcome to week 70 of the Wrestling Rundown. That is not Kevin Hawk.
No.
It's actually Travis Colt Cabana.
I like that. I'm okay with that. Just in case you thought I was Kevin Hawk, I'm not. I'm Travis Colt Cabana.
Yeah. And his best buddy, CM Thomas Wolf.
Alright. I got it.
It doesn't work as good, but whatever.
Fuck it. Go with it.
Yeah. I'm wearing the right shirt for it, so it's fine.
I'm wearing Kane. Kane Cabana.
Yeah.
Colt Kane Cabana.
Yeah, that works.
Kevin Hawk is not with us this week. He is on vacation.
We get vacation time?
Only Kevin Hawk, apparently.
Damn it.
I know. I've been trying to figure out how it works, and I can't figure it out. But, yeah, Kevin Hawk is off for the week.
At least I get paid.
The fuck?
Yeah. You didn't?
No one told me.
Well, yeah. Kevin Hawk gets vacation, I get paid, and I think you get dental.
I have not gotten any dental.
Well, have you needed dental work?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
It's bullshit. We hope Kevin Hawk is having a good time. He will hopefully be back. He may be back by Indie News for the end of this week, or he may be back next week on Raw. We'll have to wait and find out. But as of now, this is the Raw review.
Yeah, let's review some Raw.
Alright, so let's talk about some matches that happened. We had The New Day defeat Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose.
Good on them.
We had Nikki Bella defeat Naomi. We had John Cena defeat Dolph Ziggler. The Dudleys defeated the Ascension. Sheamus and Wade Barrett defeated Cesaro and Neville. Roman Reigns defeated Braun Strowman. Ryback defeated Rusev. Kevin Owens defeated Kalisto. Team Bella defeated Team NBC. And the Demon Kane defeated Seth Rollins. There were a lot of matches.
Yes, there were.
I didn't realize how many matches there were. This Raw had a weird tempo to it.
It did.
There was a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
It didn't seem as, I don't know, there's usually like a this.
Oh, there's usually
this.
interspersed with a bunch of authority segments.
It's true.
But they were not here.
Yeah, I think that's what started the weird tempo.
Yeah.
Is we immediately opened up with Corporate Kane on a conference call with Stephanie and Triple H. Stephanie and Triple H are having issues.
They were on speakerphone.
Well, yeah.
A conference call is like multiple parties.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
It was like a conference call phone, though.
Yeah.
Like, speakerphone. Yeah, Stephanie and Triple H are having issues getting to the arena, so until they can get there, Kane is in charge. And Kane goes, okay, you can count on me.
Yeah.
And he brings
They wanted him to be very professional.
Yeah, do his job as director of operations. Do what he's supposed to do. Well, he brings in a stagehand and says, I would like you to let Seth Rollins know that he will be in a match tonight. A Lumberjack match. And his opponent will be me.
Yeah.
So in our main event, we're getting Corporate Kane versus Seth Rollins. But then, instead of going into a match, we had Dean Ambrose come
Yeah.
out. Dean Ambrose still wants to fight with the Wyatt family. He's ready for a fight. He wants it tonight. He gets Orton come out, and we have a really strange situation here. I felt like they were on the same page, but were trying to one-up each other at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it was. I think it's like, all right, we both don't like the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And, Dean, I don't know if you heard, but you have a match against Luke Harper and Braun Strowman, and your partner's me.
At Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. And, we both don't like the Wyatt family, but they also both don't like each other that much.
Yeah. And so it was like, Dean Ambrose started, was like, hey, I've been fighting with the Wyatts for a while, so, go ahead and follow me.
Yeah.
And Randy Orton's like, just so you know, when you were dreaming about being a WWE superstar, I was already, at that point, so you should actually follow me. And it was more so like, who's going to be the leader of the tag team at their match at Hell in a Cell? And this, they start bickering back and forth a little bit, and then they get a dose of positivity because they're interrupted by the New Day. And the New Day reminds them that after Raw went off the air last week, they had shown a bit of domination that no group has ever done before. They laid out Dolph Ziggler, the Dudley Boys, and John Cena.
Yeah.
And, they have this whole thing, they talk a little bit of crap about the Chicago Bulls. They're in Chicago tonight.
Yeah.
So they talk about the Chicago Bulls a little bit.
Which the crowd started booing before they even said the insult.
Xavier was, let me say it first. I didn't even say it. And then he finishes his insult.
And they asked if the Shield had ever achieved what they did.
Nope.
They asked if
The Authority.
the Authority.
Nope.
Nope. Evolution.
Nope.
Legacy.
Nope.
And then they kind of realized, Randy, how many groups have you been in?
And then Kofi goes, you give new meaning to the word groupie.
I was hoping that they would mention Rated RKO as another one.
That would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been alright with that. This all leads to Kane coming up on the Tron and making a tag team match. And we have Kofi Kingston and Big E taking on Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose. This was a fantastic tag team match. Ambrose and Orton make a really good tag team.
Yeah.
They were still, having those moments where they're trying to challenge each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense that they'd be a pretty good tag team because they're both great workers. And, Dean Ambrose was on the Shield for so long that he's used to tag team. And Randy Orton apparently has been...
He's been with a lot.
Yeah, he's very versatile in his partners, so...
Yeah. And both teams were taking some big bumps in this match, too. We had Big E, he usually hits that spear and takes someone out off the apron. No, Ambrose moved, or no, it was Orton. Orton moved, and Big E just took the bump all by himself. He just wham right on the outside. No one to break his fall. We get Xavier Woods slide in to make sure he's okay. So props to Big E for taking that because that is a gnarly bump. But then we have Kofi take advantage. He pushes Orton into Ambrose and ends up rolling. That knocks Ambrose out of the ring. He rolls up Randy Orton, and the New Day get the win.
Yeah.
So because there was a little bit of miscommunication on the part of Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose, that cost them the win, and the New Day picks up another win. So that's another set of two guys. That's a big win for the New Day.
Yeah, huge victory right there.
I think the only thing I would have added to this match is if they made it for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
I think that would have been like, oh, the New Day doesn't really want to do this, and that kind of gives Orton and Ambrose a little bit more incentive to be a team.
Yeah.
But then their egos obviously get the better of them. But.
Yeah.
All right, so we move on. We have Nikki Bella taking on Naomi. This one had kind of a weird ending to it.
Yeah.
The match itself was all right.
I feel like the ending was improv.
Well, before the match started, they showed clips, or they showed kind of a montage of Sasha and Bayley from TakeOver last week. And the crowd was extremely behind Sasha. Sasha was just beaming from ear to ear. She's super proud of the match. Her and Bayley just tore the house down. So I think they were kind of banking, no pun intended, banking on that promo package to incite what would be the ending to this match.
Well, yeah, I think what they were really hoping for, because they know that Chicago is a very, I don't mean this in a negative way, is a very smarky crowd.
Oh,
they
for sure.
know, and whenever they go to Chicago, they try to use that and either diffuse it or utilize it for their matches.
Yeah.
So I think they were counting on the "We Want Sasha" chance because they get them everywhere. And it kind of backfired because what they didn't realize is a crowd like this just appreciates a good wrestler. So when you have Naomi in the match, they're going to appreciate that. And they're not going to worry as much as the other crowd would be if the star's not in the match.
Yeah. So what ultimately ended up... I mean, there was nothing special about the match itself.
No.
It was good. Nikki and Naomi both did fine in the match. But Brie ends up trying to incite the crowd to start doing "We Want Sasha,"
Which backfired big time because the smarky Chicago crowd is not going to get behind Brie.
Yeah, no, the crowd just kind of goes, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we like Sasha, but we like Naomi
Yeah,
too.
Naomi's fine.
Sasha didn't appreciate the snarky attitude coming from Brie, and she almost kills Brie Bella. Grabs her foot and yanks her off the announce table. Why is Brie standing on the announce table, first off?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was...
Is that her soapbox? What the fuck is she doing?
I think it was. It was to elevate her to, like, try to get the crowd focused on her.
Yeah.
So that she could incite them. I don't know whose fault this was, because it could have been either. It could have been just, like, Brie bumping really weird.
I think Brie went the wrong way, because she obviously was supposed to get tripped up and take the bump on the table. But she, like, turned when Sasha grabbed her. So when Sasha did the thing, she tried to bump, but she bumped off the table.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know whose fault it was, because Brie was facing the opposite way when Sasha first grabbed her.
Right.
So I don't know if Sasha just went too fast or if Brie just fucked up.
Yeah.
But still, she almost died.
Yeah.
This was right after Fox almost died, too.
Yeah, Nikki ended up diving and, like, crushed... Or no, it was Naomi. Naomi dived and, like, landed on Foxy's face.
Yeah.
But this whole distraction with Brie and Sasha, it actually takes Naomi out of the match a little bit, and she's focused on that. She turns around right into the big forearm, and then gets hit with the rack attack, allowing Nikki to pick up the win.
Yeah, I wonder if they would have been better served for the plan that they wanted originally. They would have been better served having Tamina in this match.
Yeah, the less exciting of the three, or of the two that isn't Sasha. I don't know. I mean,
like, I don't know. It's hard to say because she still has that legacy and is really good.
Yeah.
So the crowd would have appreciated her also.
The fact that the crowd is, parts of the crowd are behind Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
There's no one in this current storyline that the crowd doesn't like.
Right.
Because everyone is a decent wrestler. In my own personal opinion, I don't like Nikki Bella that much.
No.
She's my least favorite out of these,
Nikki
these particular
has
teams.
Put on good matches though.
Yes.
Like,
but there's parts of the crowd that still love her.
Yeah.
So, with the fact that she gets cheered, I mean, it could have worked better with Tamina, maybe not. Regardless,
I feel like just anytime you're relying on a specific reaction to incite an ending, you're probably dead in the water.
Yeah.
Just because it's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Unless you have someone like Daniel Bryan in the match, who everyone loves, and you know is going to get that yes chant, or John Cena, who you know is going to divide the crowd, or something like that.
Or if your plan was to bring back CM Punk.
Yeah.
That would have got a cheer. Kind of a weird ending, but, it gave the Divas some time, which was good. And they put on a show, which was good.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the United States Open Challenge. John Cena, does his usual shtick.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a great match. You're gonna get some opportunity here. Opens it up, and we get who was supposed to get the U.S. Open Challenge. Last week we had Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
And these two tore it down.
Yeah.
I was worried about this match at first.
Yeah.
Because they started off great, but they got sidetracked.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
So just randomly, the crowd starts going, yes, yes, and they're all looking away from the ring.
Yeah, and Ziggler gets out of the ring.
And Cena grabs a microphone.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
What is happening right now? And Cena's like, not to take anything away, but I see there's a she said yes sign in the crowd. Apparently, we have a proposal and it's official. So it was cool.
Yeah,
but I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Until the reveal, it was really confusing. But good on you two.
Yeah,
you guys.
Congratulations, guys. Yeah. But
it would have been embarrassing if she said no.
Oh, that would have...
I wonder if it would have got a you fucked up chant.
Probably would have got a you fucked up chant. That would have been awesome. I'm sorry. I don't think you're watching the video, but if she would have said no, hysterical.
Yeah.
people would have lost their shit. And yeah, I'm gonna call you Seth Rollins guy because you were wearing a Seth Rollins shirt. So yeah, Seth Rollins guy probably would have been crying.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, you guys.
Probably would have never watched wrestling again.
Probably not. Yeah, no, Ziggler and Cena put on a phenomenal match.
My only complaint is it could have been longer.
Could have been longer, and then the end I think could have been a little more epic.
Yeah.
But I'll let the end slide. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
The first really great spot was Cena had Ziggler in the STF, and Ziggler ended up getting out of it and transitioning it into the sleeper hold, and then Cena ended up getting up, transitioning it into the AA, and then Ziggler actually reversed the AA.
Yeah. It was...
no, he hit the AA, and Ziggler they ended up rolling apart. So already an awesome spot.
Yeah.
We had Ziggler had so many reversals for the AA.
Yeah, which is good. It's what they need to be doing. That's what helps protect finishers. Also, is don't hit them.
Yeah.
Your opponent has to counter.
Yeah. He ended up reversing it into the Famouser once.
Yeah.
He flipped out of one of them, and then he ends up hitting the zigzag.
Yeah.
Which was a really bizarre spot because he throws a headbutt, which is weird. I know Ziggler's done it before. Him and Daniel Bryan had that battle at WrestleMania.
That was scary.
At the top of the ladder.
Yeah, the two guys who are known for getting concussions
or headbutting each other at the top of a ladder at the beginning of WrestleMania.
But moving on to this.
Yeah. Ziggler.
The other big counter you forgot to mention. He had him up for the Super AA, and then he countered into the fucking DDT.
Yeah. Ziggler ends up just jumping up to Cena, who's sitting on the top rope, hits the DDT, just awesome spot there.
I really wish that was the end of the match. The reason I wanted that to be the end is because we talk so much about, well, maybe we don't talk a lot on the show. We've talked
we have lately
private about how the DDT should finish. That should be a protected move.
You're dropping a dude on his head.
That should be a finisher. And so
that's why I worked for Jake Snake, because it was a mistake.
A super jumping DDT, that just should have been the end of it.
Yeah.
But
no, so going back, Ziggler throws this headbutt and hits the zigzag, and we both went, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it, they've been doing such a good job of protecting finishers that we thought Ziggler was going to pick up the win here.
Yeah, it would have been great.
And it was a great near fall. Cena kicks out at 2 3/4, just an awesome spot. But then we get the real, the ending that I guess it wasn't bad, but it was just kind of too simple for how epic the rest of the match had been.
Yeah.
Ziggler ends up...
He just charges him, and then Cena picks him up into the closest to a snap AA you can do.
It was a really fast AA.
Yeah.
And Cena ends up picking up the win with it.
It was nice that it was just an out-of-nowhere finish, that it wasn't the 5 moves of doom setup that we normally get.
Yeah. Did we even see the 5 moves of doom? I don't remember that.
No,
I think he might have hit the 5-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah, he probably did.
But I don't remember... I don't remember the 2 shoulder blocks or the spin-out powerbomb.
He didn't do...
He didn't do his usual.
He may have included a spin-out powerbomb in the match, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely did not do the setup. He just did a quick, out-of-nowhere boom, which I hope that becomes a thing. I hope the 5 moves of doom is saved for just his super comeback.
Yeah, and I think, that's always going to be the sign of, hey, when he goes for the AA, he's not going to hit it.
Yeah.
That's going to be the one that the person reverses out of before he hits that, boom, done.
Yeah.
It's protecting the finisher. You don't have to hit it 3,000 times in a match to try and get a pop.
Yeah.
So yeah, great match from Ziggler and Cena. Awesome. Cena is still killing it with his US Open Challenge.
Just a side thought that I just had. I wonder if the guys like Ziggler and Cesaro and the guys who really have a lot of really high impact flashy moves, if when the memo came out that hey, we're protecting finishers now, you have to find new ways to pop the crowd. I mean, I think maybe for some less experienced guys it was oh shit, now I gotta be creative. But for
Now
guys
I
like,
have to think about it.
yeah, but for guys like Ziggler and Cesaro and Ambrose, were they just like, oh, thank God. now I can pull out my cool shit.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm sure some people were relieved and others were like, well, fuck, now what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So, we move on to a really quick tag team match with the Dudleys taking on the Ascension.
Yeah.
Apparently the Cosmic Wasteland is done.
Yeah. This is,
Like, the Ascension weren't with Stardust on SmackDown, and Stardust wasn't out there with them here.
yeah, they do this.
Unfortunate. Let's put them back together.
Yeah.
That's a great... You know, you can do the Ascension in singles matches. You can change it up and have Stardust and Victor have a tag team match.
This
or
is
something. Just do something with them.
This is a problem with Stardust, kind of since the beginning of the Stardust character, is they don't really let anything settle.
Yeah, they don't let anything come to fruition.
Yeah,
they just kind of like, hey, we're gonna do this.
We'll try
okay,
this.
We're done.
Oh, it didn't work this one time. Okay, something else.
Yeah. So, or either they don't let it go far enough, or they kill it too quick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're here. All right, we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Dudleys beat the Ascension pretty quick. Victor took the entire match. Connor didn't even get in the match.
No.
Victor ends up, he's beating up Devon for a while, and then Devon ends up making a quick tag to Bubba. They hit the Dudleysville device, knock down Connor, hit the 3D, and the Dudleys pick up the win.
Whenever you call it the Dudleysville device, I want to correct you. Like, my instinct is like, no, it's the Doomsday device. Then right before I say it, it clicks.
It's like, oh yeah.
Like, every time.
Yeah, and we also know that now the Dudleys and Dean Ambrose will be taking on the New Day in 6-man tag action this Thursday on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
That should be good. Moving on to another tag team match. This one was just about as long, well, a little longer, but a very interesting combination here. We had Wade Barrett and Sheamus taking on Neville and Cesaro.
Yeah.
This is awesome for all of these guys.
Got a standing Phoenix Splash in this match.
An assisted. This was amazing. This is playing off the fact that, Cesaro was in a great tag team. Unfortunately, Tyson Kidd is still dealing with his injury. Yeah. So to have him team with someone who's even more fast-paced in Neville was awesome.
And this is what I've been saying they should do since Tyson Kidd got his injuries. Pair Cesaro and Neville up. Ride that momentum from this tag team. And then if Tyson Kidd can come back, which I'm really hoping he can, feud him with Neville.
Why not?
Like,
that would
be jealous.
That'd be a phenomenal match. I appreciated the way this match went.
Yeah.
Because everyone kind of got what they needed here. Neville was able to show off what he's able to do. Cesaro got TV time.
Yep.
Barrett was on the winning side, and Sheamus kind of got a cheap win.
Yeah.
Because Neville was about to pin Sheamus, had kind of a victory roll on him almost. Sheamus ends up kicking out and sending Neville right into the ropes. And when Neville hits the ropes, Sheamus goes over to grab him. That backs the referee off, allowing Barrett to hit the bullhammer, and then Sheamus gets the pinfall.
Yeah.
So Sheamus did nothing to deserve that win, and it all goes to Barrett, and you get a little bit of cheap heel tactics for the win, which puts more sympathy on the baby faces. This was almost exactly the way this match needed to go. The only other way this could have worked is if the baby faces won, Sheamus got pinned, and Barrett blamed Sheamus for losing the whole match. This doesn't need to spawn into anything else unless we're gonna get maybe a Barrett versus Cesaro.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be a cool transition. But I appreciated the way this match went, and it did exactly what it needed to do. All right, where are we going? All right. So now we have what was one of the big build matches on Raw. We had Roman Reigns taking on Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
We had
a good promo before the match.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is getting really good on the mic.
You know, this is what I've kind of felt all along. Except for the beginning when he just kind of seemed uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like Reigns always had the skills, not to be great at the mic. He's not great. He's not one of the top guys.
No.
But he always had the ability to talk. It's just that they fed him so many lines.
Yeah, when his stuff is written for him, it just doesn't come across as natural.
Yeah.
It's obvious that he's reading lines. But when he's given the time to talk about how, you know, this battle with Bray Wyatt is not only for him, but it's, hey, you know, it's him. He talks about how, you know, he tells his daughter every time that he goes in for a big match, he's like, hey, I'm going out there and I'm going to provide for us.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know, keep things going for us.
That this continues for Reigns, that they keep having him talk about his daughter, and it leads to a feud with Owens.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
That would be perfect, because Owens would be like, oh, you know, I'm out here talking about how I want to provide for my family, and so now, let's do what Owens is doing. Let's try and get some sympathy for Roman Reigns. I think that'd be an awesome match.
And you know what? This is a stipulation match that they used every once in a while back in the day that I think could work. If they do it, like Reigns trying to provide for his family, Owens trying to provide for his family. Ladder match, the bag of money on top.
Ooh.
You know, the $10,000 ladder match.
Rather than for a title or
Yeah.
anything like that. Oh, all right. A little bit of bonus cash.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Roman has a really great promo. He ends up...
The other guy's paycheck is on top of it.
Paycheck on a pole match. So then the Wyatt family ends up coming in, and Roman, you know, Bray Wyatt kind of does his usual stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't need to say much here because this was more so about Reigns.
Yeah.
But Reigns had the great way of using Bray Wyatt's line against him, saying that when they close that door at Hell in a Cell, you're gonna wish that you were inside Hell in a Cell with anyone but me.
Yeah.
And that was perfect. That was exactly what Roman needed. And you kind of saw, like, Bray Wyatt... the great thing about Bray Wyatt is when something like that happens, he's able to react naturally, but make it his character. He kind of lit up when he said that, and then that made him even more focused to tell Braun to go down and just destroy Roman Reigns.
I really gotta pee, so make this fast.
Yeah, go whoop his ass. And yeah, I mean, this was a classic. This was big guy trying to take down bigger guy.
Yeah.
And we've talked about how Braun isn't the you can't take me down. He will bump.
Yeah.
But he's so strong that it takes a lot for Roman Reigns to really bring him down. And Roman Reigns was really in a handicap match here because neither Ambrose or Orton ever came down to help him.
Yeah, well, they were probably arguing.
Probably.
I'm gonna help Reigns. No, I'm gonna help him.
You know, was there anything that stood out to you in this match particularly?
Not a whole lot. It was a match.
Yeah, I mean, Braun doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't get down and, like, have a match. He's still playing that big man role. Yeah. The real moment came at the end where Roman is really kind of fighting everyone off. You know, the one thing I will talk about is that he goes for his apron drop kick.
Yeah.
And he hits it once, but he goes for it a second time, and Braun clotheslines him out of it. That was great. And then this kind of led to, Roman is kind of screwed at this point. He's being attacked by he's kind of being distracted by both Wyatt and Harper. But he ends up doing this big Superman punch off the stairs while the referee's been counting, knocks Braun down, gets back in, and picks up the count-out win, which was a really slick way to win. And then he ends up, just escaping a 3-on-1 beatdown.
Oh, that was
just simply. All the Wyatt family just, surrounds him. They all get in at the same time, and while they're getting in, he slides out.
Yeah. And
simple as that.
Everyone who's ever got beat down by the Shield was like, what?
You can do that?
Why didn't I ever think of that?
And then Bray kind of kind of talks some crap. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, follow the buzzer, and then he got punched in the face.
Yeah.
And Roman walked away. Alright, so then... Alright, so we have Triple H ends up calling Kane back, saying, hey, there's a good chance we're probably not going to make it there. I just want you to, how's everything going? He goes, oh, I need you to tell me again, who is Seth Rollins facing? And we had bad reception to where Triple H is like, oh, who's he going against? He goes, it's me, Hunter. He goes, Kane? Kane, I know it's you. Who is Seth Rollins' just a really funny back and forth phone conversation.
Yeah, it was who's on first. Yeah,
exactly. So, and ultimately it leads to Triple H hanging up because bad reception. All right, so we'll go through this real quick because I know you hate the storyline.
Yeah.
This match didn't mean anything, and the storyline that I didn't hate so much is now completely ruined. Anyway, Ryback defeats Rusev real fast, and then Summer gets in and brings up the TMZ story that broke over the weekend that Rusev and Lana are engaged, and Rusev gets slapped, and Summer leaves.
Yeah.
That was that. Then we had fallout from Kevin Owens versus Sin Cara last week when Kevin Owens attacked Kalisto. We now get Kevin Owens versus Kalisto.
Yeah. I don't know if this was my favorite match of the night, but it was the match I appreciated the most.
It was really well done because Kalisto, because he has that speed, Kevin Owens couldn't necessarily keep up with him. He had to rely on his strength to kind of just swat Kalisto out of the air.
Yeah.
That was his thing. And Kalisto was on fire. He had some great spots. One that probably didn't go quite the way they wanted to. He did a fancy little flip to the outside.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure I feel like it was supposed to go into a Rana, but he just kind of bounced off of Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And but I'm glad that there was no stall because Kevin Owens immediately just grabbed him, tossed him in the ring, and started beating him up.
Yeah, and Owens definitely made it look like he just kind of swatted him down.
Yeah, almost like half a powerbomb.
Yeah.
Like he's there, he goes, oh, and he pushes him down. So yeah, great chemistry from both of them.
Yeah. Kalisto was in the perfect position, or they were the perfect distance from the ring where Kalisto botched the spot because Owens was too far out, but still far enough away from the ring where Kalisto didn't die, which I appreciated.
Which, that could have ended horribly, and it worked out pretty well for both of them.
Yeah.
Kalisto ends up losing. He goes for a big Rana again on the inside, and Kevin Owens ends up stopping it and then hitting the powerbomb.
Yep.
And getting the pinfall. It was very simple. I'm glad that this match was all just based off of what happened last week, which is what we ask for on a regular basis. Just we don't need elaborate setups to matches. Just hey, this guy tried to attack me last week. Give me a match with him.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
I mean, hopefully this is just now Owens moves on to something else.
Well, they're just biding time right now to when he faces Ryback and Hell in a Cell. So. We're still a couple weeks away from Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like next week, just Owens moves on to something else.
Yeah. You know what I want to see, just based on the fact that he was one of the Lumberjacks in our main event. I want to see Kevin Owens versus Darren Young.
Yeah.
I think that could be a really good match. But before we get there, we had Team Bella, represented by Alicia Fox and Brie Bella, taking on Team NBC. This was just Becky Lynch and Charlotte. They had Natty in their corner, and Paige was at commentary.
Yeah.
This got really muddled at the end. There was a lot going on, and I don't know what exactly was the cause of the distraction.
Yeah. Well, Paige started it.
Yeah. Paige is pissed off because she thinks Natty's trying to steal her girls from her. So obviously she has issues, and she starts shoving Natty. Okay. Then Brie kicks Natty in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte knocks down Brie. Brie is then getting attacked by both Charlotte and Becky. The referee backs up Charlotte, who then gets a forearm from Nikki. and then Brie hits a missile drop kick
Yeah.
to beat Charlotte.
Yeah, it was...
There's so much going on right there. Like, you could have simplified that way more.
Like, both Divas matches tonight just had really messy finishes.
Yeah. They were expecting bigger reactions.
This is like the opposite problem that...
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, they're like, oh man, we got to give the Divas all these things to do. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Just let them wrestle. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we move on. Triple H finally calls Kane back again, says, hey, there's no way we're getting to the building. I need you to tell me who Seth Rollins is going against. Then, reception's better. Kane says, it's me. And neither Triple H or Stephanie like that.
No, Steph starts going off, and Kane's like, oh, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm going off on you now.
And Triple H is like, how can you do that? You can't put yourself in a match against Seth Rollins. It doesn't work. You need to put anyone in there except for yourself.
Yeah.
Find someone to replace you. Just make the match happen, but you can't be in it. So,
Then the crowd does the first CM Punk chant of the night, which was appropriately timed.
Did they really?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
that's where my CM Punk suggestion came from.
Oh, okay. We get this weird little segment with Seth and Big Show. Seth going, oh yeah, Big Show, you're always there for me. You're always there to back me up. And Big Show laughs and walks away.
Yeah.
And this leads to Kane going, hey, so guess what? I'm not in the match against you, but I'll find a suitable replacement. And Seth's like, suitable replacement? Who's that going to be? And then we go to the match.
Funny because Corporate Kane wears a suit.
Yeah. See, it would have been better if it was the other way around. It's
Yeah.
like, you're going to go against the Demon. Well, you can't go against the Demon. He has the match at Hell in a Cell. Okay, I'll find you a suitable replacement.
Yeah.
And then Corporate Kane should have come out in the suit.
That would have been great.
Instead, we get Demon Kane versus Seth
Which
Rollins.
I really liked this match.
There wasn't really a match.
No.
It was a lot of brawling.
But what I liked about it wasn't really a match, but I like that we're getting this resurgence of Kane.
Just being
Right.
like no care for anyone.
Right, and it just really reestablished his dominance.
Yes.
And that's what I appreciated.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can take this.
Like, it wasn't really a match. It was, he beat the fuck out of Seth a bit. Seth tried to run. Lumberjacks kept throwing him in. Then Kane got out of the ring. I can't remember if he left the first time.
It was Seth getting a clothesline over the top rope.
Yeah. And the Lumberjacks were like, oh fuck.
Because he landed on his feet and he landed in between the New Day.
And they're like, oh fuck, we should throw him back, but we don't know what to do. And then Kane just beats the fuck out of everyone.
Yeah. New Day got it. Who else was over there? The Ascension.
Yeah.
So everyone just kind of gets beat up by Kane
until
for a
Big
second.
Show steps up.
Yeah.
And they stare each other down.
This was the one time where I didn't feel like this face-off was forced.
Yeah.
Like, this felt natural. It was
Well, I feel like they kind of set it up with the Big Show Seth Rollins segment in the back.
A little bit.
Also, the fact that Kane and Big Show do have such history together.
Definitely.
And, I don't know, just the fact that Kane was running roughshod over everyone.
Yeah. See, and that's what I liked, is that he took out, little guys like Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. He took out the bigger guys like the Ascension and Big E. And then Big Show comes up, and Kane's like, I'm not afraid of you. And then Big Show knocks him the fuck out.
Kane hits him in the throat, and then Big Show punches him in the face. Big Show's like, well, I'm done here. And he leaves.
Big Show just takes off.
I still contest, and that should just be Big Show's role for the next couple months. Just come out, punch a dude in the face.
And then the Ascension and the New Day end up rolling Kane back in. Seth hits an awesome frog splash.
Yeah.
Kane kicks out. And then it turns into the let's beat the fuck out of Kane moment.
Like, the New Day's like, okay, well, let's get our revenge. They pull Kane out. They attack him.
We get the New Day, we get the Ascension, we get Sheamus, and we get Stardust.
Yeah.
All beating up Kane. Because fuck you, that's why.
Right.
And then Kane, Big E goes to do his Ultimate Warrior splash, and Kane sits up.
Which I fucking loved.
The look on Big E's face was priceless.
I love that, like, they've been doing the sit-up since Taker first debuted, and they're still finding new ways to go into it.
And it can still be funny.
And I mean, maybe Warrior and Taker did it once in the past.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
But, you know, it's still fresh because they haven't done it forever. Yeah. So they can still do really good sit-up spots, which I love.
Yeah. So ultimately, Kane ends up getting the comeback, beats up all these guys, knocks them all out. Seth tries to hit the pedigree. Kane flips him out of the pedigree. He lands on his feet and jumps up and ends up getting hit with a tombstone.
Yeah.
And Demon Kane picks up the win. I mean, it was just it was a giant clusterfucky match. Yeah. But I guess the thing that we can appreciate is that they didn't show all their cards for this match, because we're getting this in a couple weeks at Hell in a Cell for the title.
Yeah, that's the other reason I really liked this match. Because when they first started doing this whole his opponent's me thing, I was like, really? We're getting the match to pay-per-view.
That's one thing that you always harp on whenever they do that just before pay-per-view.
Right. Just before or just after.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate that shit. But they really kept it very close by including the Lumberjacks.
Yeah. And they did a great job at that. So, an interesting episode of Raw. Not the greatest, definitely not the worst. It was a middle Raw.
Yeah, so honestly, I kind of like these Raws the least, even less than I like really bad Raws.
Because really bad Raws, we have a ton of stuff to make fun of.
I at least feel something for those Raws.
Yeah, this one was just kind of. Well, I mean, we are we're 2 weeks away. From Hell in a Cell. So this one was just like, hey, we got to do something because next week's got to get bigger, and then the week after that's got to get even bigger. So let's do this.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was fun. There was some good stuff. Just nothing super crazy to write home about. But that's it for the Raw review.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Click all those links down in the description.
There's one down there, and it's Kevin Hawk's email address. Ask him why he wasn't here.
Email him and talk to him about his vacation. See how it's going. You can also talk to all of us at fanstalkwrestling@gmail.com. And there's all kinds of other ways to get a hold of us: Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram. There's also comments down below. Let us know what you thought about this Raw. What'd you think about the whole Kane situation going into the main event? What do you think about the Wyatts taking on Ambrose and Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell? What do you think about Hell in a Cell so far? Do you like the matches that are getting set up? Let us know down in the comments, and check out that playlist. This is the only video there right now, unless you're watching this after this week. But there will be more videos up there. There'll be a midweek wrap up. There'll be a SmackDown rundown, and there will be some indie news.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.